Now it's 3 a.m. We're finally leaving. Say goodbye to friends. Then glide across the highway. Yeah. It's like we're racing a car under the stars. Can't wait to get to the part where you and I can play the way we like to play. 'Cause we've been rocking all night under the lights, dancing till dawn. But I can't wait to get you home and get you all alone. Then it's all about you, baby, me and you, baby. It's you, baby. Turn me on with every move. Oh yeah. You know it's all about you, baby, me and you, baby. It's you, baby. Light my fire is what you do.
when it's hard to focus on your day. Just take a breath, look deep down inside your soul. Don't ever let love slip away. You gotta hold on to love. Hold on to that precious love. Hold on to your hopes and dreams. Hold on to love. We can't control all that happens in this world, but we should always question why. Whatever you go through in this crazy life, don't ever let love pass you by. You gotta hold on to love. Hold on to that precious love. Hold on to your hopes and dreams. Hold on to love. You gotta hold on to that precious love. Hold on to your hopes and dreams. Hold on to love. You gotta hold on to your precious love.
My Sherry Moore, lonely as a summer day. My Sherry Moore, distant as the Milky Way. My Sherry Moore, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. In some cafe, or somehow on a crowded street, I've been near you, but you never noticed me. My Sherry Moore, won't you tell me how could you that little smile I want. How I wish that you were mine. Sing down, 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 down. Sing down, 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 down. Oh, ding. Say do 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 ding, down, down, down. So do 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 ding down. Only maybe do down. Sing do 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 do. So do 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 ding. So do 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 do. Brandon earning his keep tonight. Woo-hoo. Give it up for Brandon Boone on bass, y'all.
Thank you, Aretha. We saw Jubilee. She serves, ain't she?
I was born there, I learned to walk there, and I'm sure they thought I'd never stop once I learned to talk there. Hear those echoes ring on 87th and King. I was raised there to be strong there, that you used your voice and made a choice between the right and wrong there. These were important things on 87th and King. Now I know that these were different days, and you might say old-fashioned ways, but these memories teach me still as they ask me to sing about 87th and King. Most folks were black then, my shade was light then. And though I wore a different coat, the bonds were always tight then. We worked through things on 87th and King. On the porch there, we braided my hair, playing Midwest and getting kissed. You know I had my first there. We had endless spring on 87th and King. Now I know I've traveled far away, can't count the times I lost my way, yet these memories stay so clear as they move me to sing about 87th and King. Cold outside, we danced like it was May there. Grab your girl and swing down 87th and King. I learned to sing there from my soul there. The sounds rang out from every home, made me feel so whole there. Hear the voices ring on 87th and King. Now I know I can't go back in time to find that boy I left behind. Still these memories hold me near as they call me to sing about 87th and King. Some hate there, but so much love there. And looking back, we all believe we were watched from up above there. Let the church folks sing about 87th and King. We could fly there on his wings there. And when he died, they named this street, but he always was the king there. We saw freedom ring on 87th and King.
Ba-ba-ba-dee.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is now time for the Indie Live Spot right here on your station GHP Radio, your independent music source. Jah, you're not to worry. For then the dust will return to the earth, and the spirit will return to the Most High who gave it. See it?
Teach us, Lord, how to number all our remaining days, how to use our precious time to learn to walk in your ways, to complete our journey while we still have the light, and to reach our homeland before the night.
Develop wrong concerns. None for them now observe the flower and the fern. Most High not judge us by how much we can earn, 'cause we all come from dust, and to dust we shall return.
Man and man built his castle upon the silky sand. He says it's what I know to do, and I do the best that I can. Long before the sunset, the waves crash on shore, sweep away his kingdom, and leave the sand as smooth as before. We come from dust, back to dust. Remember my children say, remember rest. Back to dust. We must return.
Yeah, man. Mash it up.
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, well, every day, yeah. This one I'll go out to all the beautiful sisters out there in the world. Mark Griffith say so. Gals, listen up when I tell you this. Every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is true? Every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is true? Hold on now, sit down and wait, let me make everything alright. Don't you know that you are number one in my life? Every day my love grows more and more for apart, you know right from the start, neither one of us would know what to do. Well now, every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is true? Every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is true? Some days up, some days down, some days smooth and some were so rough. But through the grace of Jah love, look how we held on so tough. And every day my love grows more and more for you. If we're apart, you know right from the start, neither one of us would know what to do. Well now, every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is true? Every day my heart reaches out for you. Oh, don't you know the love I have for you is true? Oh. Some days up, some days down, some days smooth and some were so rough. But through the grace of Jah love, look how we held on so tough. And every day my love grows more and more for you. If we're apart, you know right from the start, neither one of us would know what to do. Well now, every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is true? Every day my heart reaches out for you. Don't you know the love I have for you is every day, every day, yeah. Oh, don't you know the love I have for you is every day, every day. Lord, don't you know the love I have for you is
always be a part of me. January. Always be a part of me. January 16. I love you.
You know I love you. You are my queen. I appreciate all the things you've done for me. Replaying moments back to happy days. See, I'll be waiting till the day I see your face. They're going nowhere. All our memories still can say yes at your house, just laughing. Say hallelujah. We'll go and praise the King with endless glory. His love is everlasting.
I can name the seasons: summer, winter, spring, and fall. With countless celebrations, you would rank them all. Here's a standing ovation for your love and patience. The thought of you will always be my January 16th. No one can take your place. This loving's by God's grace. I will always cherish everything. My January 16th. And just as time goes on, your legacy stays strong. You will always be a part of me, my January 16th.
About everything, stayed up late at night. Those visits meant so much to me. You told a story from your childhood days. The eldest daughter, your siblings called you Doreen. You bring together all the family. Every Christmas party you would lead our gathering. I feel you leaving. God's grace is calling you. I hear you whisper, sweet dreams are made of yesteryear.
I can name the seasons, summer, winter, spring, and fall. With countless celebrations, you would arrange them all. Here's a standing ovation for your love and patience. The thought of you will always be my January 16th. No one can take your place. This loving's by God's grace. I will always cherish everything, my January 16th. And just as time goes on, your legacy stays strong. You will always be a part of me, my January 16th.
I just want you to be good to one another. I won't change because they like my way of doing things, so I won't change it. I wouldn't be like this. We wouldn't be like this without God. I have good kids, loving grandchildren. You're always should be like that. There's something wrong. Just be patient. You know, like nothing happened. Continue to pray and be good, be friendly and be good to other people too. That's how God wants you to be. Be humble, because God will love you forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Indie Live spot right here on GHP Radio YouTube live stream, and playing some great music for you. Let me give you a rundown on some of that good music you just got through here. And in fact, right before we just come on there, you heard the sounds of 510 Jazz with January 16. You also heard Every Day by Mr. Mark Griffiths. Also, you heard Dust to Dust by Terry Tobin. Also on that track was Serena Henry and Juan Ellis. Also, you heard Coast to Coast by Gary Palmer featuring Paul Brown. And you also heard the sounds of Mark Way Trio. They have a new one that's called Moving Day. And also you heard Grazing in the Grass, the great classic tune version there by Nancy Saenz. Is that it?
Signs.
And then,
Signs.
And then you heard at top of that, which was the first one we played, was Cali Soul featuring Tony Exum Jr. by Joe Del Rosario and Sure Will off of the Side by Side CD. And then before the show started, there was 30 minutes of non-stop music as well. When we have the archive of the show, you will you'll be able to get the info on all of those artists that you heard, plus what we played today. So, but welcome to the show, and of course I have my co-host Griselda Medina and Joyce Spencer here, and Ray MAC is missing in action. We don't know where he's at.
He's MIA somewhere.
Yeah. I send him a text, phone test, voice text, or how you want to, a text basically. Just simple text for Ray, and hadn't heard anything. No response at all. So something's going on.
No crickets.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear about it soon. But
for the meantime.
Yeah. But anyway, we're here. So everybody, how's everybody doing? Y'all had a great week since the last time we were. Last time I was sick. Remember? Yeah.
You sound a whole lot better, and you look better too.
Thank you. I feel better, so much better. I'm just so glad to get rid of that mess. That was. I'm telling you, that was the roughest flu I've ever experienced in my life. Because I don't really get the flu very often. Last time I remember getting the flu, it's been some years ago. I can't remember when. I've gotten sick before. Where I might got maybe a sinus thing going on, or something like that, or maybe some coughing and and all the mucus crap and all that kind of stuff, dealing with that, but nothing like that. That was the kind of paralyze you where you can't do what you want to do. You have to just basically lay there and try to nurse yourself.
Let it run its course.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, did you seek medical attention?
I did. I went to the doctor because I got, I was at a point where the coughing was getting worse, and plus I kept getting the chills and then getting hot, sweating in the cold, and I said something ain't right. So I went on to the doctor. I just said, let me go down here and see if I can get in there and see what's going on. And so when they finally got me in there, of course it was crazy. I felt like I was, when I went into it, because it was like the Mercy Health Clinic here in town, so it's small, community or whatever. And so when I went in, I went early. I went just went down there right when they opened up, but there was like maybe 3 or 4 people in there, and so she said, well, we can probably get you in at 9 o'clock, which is probably about an hour away, but since you think you might have a flu, you need to put on one of these. So I had to wear one of those.
The mask.
It was just funny because I felt funny because I was sitting in there, and like then the other people that came in, they didn't have the mask on. I was the only one wearing one, and then finally some other lady came in and she had one on.
I'm not by myself.
And they made sure they didn't sit close to you.
Yeah. Right? I went down on the very far end in the corner.
I was thinking the same thing when you said they give you a mask. I was like, oh, just like the way Michael Jackson would wear it. And he was in a foreign country.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, mixed man.
Oh man, yeah.
Well, when you're a singer, and like I was telling you guys before we went on the air, I've developed laryngitis in the middle of my gig Saturday night, and I'm still not 100% right now.
Dang.
And I'm so glad I'm a horn player, because when people are paying millions and millions of dollars to hear you sing, you better protect your voice.
Oh, thank you, G. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm feeling better too, because it was rough. It was a rough one. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Joyce.
Because you can't right now. I was telling you guys, I went over a couple of songs. I had to take them off the list or play them instrumental.
Yeah.
Because you hit the notes. I don't care. breath support I have. It's laryngitis. And I was telling you guys, I think I had the flu, but since I didn't have fever, I with it until I found out from a couple of people. One was my cousin. She said, I didn't have a fever. And I went to the doctor and they found type A. I think
mine was B.
Yeah, and I've heard some people had type A and B. And, and as somebody said in the chat line, I think it was Henry, people are dying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm so old school, I was eating garlic and honey and apple cider vinegar 3 times a day. Plus, I was taking vitamin D and tea with lemon, and I had a couple of hot toddies.
Hey, what works.
Sorry, but I needed to sleep.
Hey.
One night, I drank a hot toddy, and I know this is not a smart thing to do, but I got out of bed and drank some NyQuil.
Oh.
And I slept 12 hours.
Wow. Your body needed that for sure.
I needed it, and I didn't do it again. This is really not a smart thing, but I just got tired of waking up coughing. And I said, okay, I need something else tonight. But the next night, I didn't need both. And I was afraid to do it again, to be honest with you, because NyQuil and you know what's in hot toddy. And I said, well, let me not take too many risks.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping because in a week from now, I will be in Beaumont, Texas at Jazz and Jokes. I'm hoping to have my voice together. But after tonight, I'm going to go on voice rest again. And hopefully get the rest of my voice back.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's one thing I forgot to tell you during my flu story. When I went to doctors, they gave me, had me a prescription to go pick up, which was, it was called something else, but it was supposed to be based off of the same drug. Y'all heard about the Tamiflu? And so, I just heard of the name, but I never knew anything about it. And then, after, I was taking it and stuff, maybe like the second day when I was talking to Mom on the phone, I guess she had called, she was checking on me, she said, you all right, boy, you still all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get through it. And I said, they got me taking this Tamiflu. And then she said, oh, no, I wouldn't. She said, well, it's probably different on you, but, some people supposedly, I guess it was a controversial drug because somebody supposedly went off and either killed or tried to kill their parents or something. I can't remember on that stuff.
Wow.
It made their mind go crazy or something. I don't know. And they said it affects people differently, and I was like, what? Yeah. And I was tripping there because it started making me think. Then after I heard that, I've been taking it, and I was thinking, I'm like, man, should I still be taking
Oh my
this
God.
stuff? But no, I took it because it was like a 5-day deal. You took dosage. Dosage. It was 2 each day, and when I was taking it, one thing I did notice, I was having some weird dreams. They was crazy, and I would wake up and I'd be like,
devil up.
Yeah.
Devil up.
But yeah.
And I said devil up. I was listening. You know how you listen to a radio station and you come back later and it's on that station? Yeah. And I heard a preacher saying, if something goes wrong in your house, it's the devil up. And if it's the devil up. And I'm like, what's the devil up? And I realized he was saying the devil up. The devil up.
Yeah.
It all smushed onto one word.
Oh, the devil, preaching hard. So ever since then, I said, oh, that's the devil.
Oh, man.
And that's like morphine. When I had surgery years ago, it saved my life, but they had me on morphine. And I don't like that drug, y'all. Something wrong with that drug. And I told the nurse, I said, get me off of this. Yeah. She said, no, you can't be in pain because you'll take out all the stitches and stuff. And that could be serious. I said, I'm sorry. I couldn't open my eyes. When I opened my eyes, the needle on the clock would shake back and forth. Fast. People would shake. And I said, get me off of this drug. There's something wrong with it. Wow. And she said, okay, we will. And I'm laying in bed like, you got to get me off this drug. Please get me off. Because when somebody would talk to me, I had to close my eyes. And by the next day, I was fine. She said, "You really responding to this drug?" I said, "Yes." When you say everybody responds differently, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't need that much drug.
They had you on too much.
Right.
I said, "Get me."
And you were hallucinating.
I was strange, and right now, all I can remember is that people would shake. I look at the clock, and the needle would shake. And why was the clock shaking? So it was just
You were tripping, literally.
Yeah, that was too much for you.
And I've heard people say, one lady said she was on morphine. She saw a man come in the room dressed weird, and I said, "Okay, that's them devil of drugs."
Like morphine.
Mark said he love it.
No,
Mark, you're messed up, dude. But we love you.
Henry said, "Joyce, just think you'd be able to play 30-second notes off the Yeah, 64th notes. Henry, moving that fast. But when you have a lot of motion like that, it makes you nauseous, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
Now, what am I supposed to do with that? Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Are you getting it too?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What was that?
Am I supposed to answer it?
Oh, he was calling you?
I wasn't sure if it was just me or Gary pull him in.
Oh, is he's there?
Yes,
Oh,
I saw it pop up, and
let me see.
I should have answered, but I didn't know if I should.
No, because then you would have been put on hold or us on hold.
Right. So I wasn't sure if I should do that.
Okay, I think he's coming. Here we go.
Hey, gang, Mac is back.
It looks like the wheel is spinning. I think it is. I don't know. It just look like it's just turning though. Cause I did see it when I pulled his name up. I saw a little green light flash, like it came on. So maybe he's trying. He probably has something going on with his system.
Oh, that could be.
Henry.
It's just rinky. And then it went away. Oh no! Is that you, Ray?
Yes.
Henry, can you get
Henry.
And then Mark says,
And then Mark is no better either. Suck it, gut, Ray. Mac is back.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Come on, give me some stuff, Mac. That's how we know you back.
No, I've been busy this morning.
Was he doing taxes?
Yeah.
I told you. Do it.
You've been knowing him too long.
Huh?
So, Gary, you've been knowing him too long. He knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing them.
Yeah, Mark, I think he would know how to get in by now, right?
I know.
Oh, we on there, right?
Yeah, we all.
Now we're still there.
Everybody was asking about you.
Yeah.
They're like, where are you at? And then Mark predicted you was on your way already. He was coming, and soon enough, boom,
Hell,
you were.
he called me.
Oh, okay. He woke you up, dude.
And you know you've been the brunt of every joke since you weren't here.
I've been working since 9 o'clock this morning.
Dang.
And they've been pouring up in here like sardines in a can.
They've been pouring in. That makes sense.
Oh man.
So I was in there trying to get people out of my way.
Okay. So they all coming all at the same time.
I didn't know you were a tax man.
Yeah.
Mark.
That's Ray R. Block, boy.
Block what? No, Henry. He's not wearing a white beater shirt today.
For a change. He's not wearing his white beater shirt.
No.
But when we had guests last week, that's when he was wearing the white beater shirt.
No. Boy, I don't know. This song gonna change my screen. My screen all blowed up over here.
Blow up. The thing is, your face is so close to the camera. You're right on the camera.
So how did you like Black Panther?
Man,
It was good.
I liked
it. Was good.
it.
Wasn't
It was good. And my next step, I want to see it jump out in front of me, 3D.
Yeah, I want to go see it in CD too. I was gonna do that first.
To see it.
I saw it in 3D.
Oh, you did? Okay.
That was the only thing that was available this Sunday. We went to church Sunday morning, and my husband was like, I said, let's go eat breakfast. You know, we have any kids at home, so we can just be so casual about things. And he said, well, let's go. We're at IHOP, and he says, let's go see it. I said, baby, you're not going to get any tickets right now. He said, well, at $16 a ticket, we can go to, what is it called? IMAX?
Yeah, IMAX.
With the 3D. And I said, okay. And I so enjoyed it. And I want to see it again.
Yeah, me too.
I have a friend that she said she hasn't seen it, and she's looking for a buddy. I said, you know what? I'll go with you. I'll go again. So because I think when you go back, you might notice some details that you missed the first time.
Right.
There's so much going on.
I actually, the other day, I watched it on my TV here in the house.
Oh, you did? You got a bootleg? Oh.
Oh, no, I got an app. It's not bootleg. That I get a lot of the movies and stuff. Only difference was, showed it on camera. Oh. You know, somebody like they taking it.
Oh.
Then after it's all done, it'll just be regular then.
But
what?
I don't understand.
It'll be regular. It'll come off the camera. It'll come off the camera, and then it would just be like you saying in the movie. I don't know why they do it. They do it like that, but that's, you know.
It's bootleg.
Well, I guess the whole app is bootleg then, because I'm watching a whole bunch of movies on that thing.
Because it's not supposed to be on, available outside theaters yet.
It's just like, remember in the Passion of
Christ. About three months before it actually be ready to show.
Mark.
Now, Mac, you saw like when you're the one that be talking about know your history, no blah blah blah, but you bootleg.
No, I was in the boot. I just happened to see it on
the bus that's been by.
And I said, let me pull it up.
Hey guys, we don't see it just jumped in front of me, you see. It's just like, you remember when the Passion came out, the Passion of Christ, and it was in the theaters. And what was the producer's name? The actor. Okay. Yeah, Mel Gibson. And I remember a friend of mine said she was at another friend's house, and she said, you know, girl, you're going to see the Passion? She said, oh, I got it right here. She said, no, that's impossible. It just came in the theaters yesterday. She said, no, I got it right here. And she said, you bootleg the Passion?
Look.
She's like, I want to see that. And it's so funny because you think about it, man, you know you're rough when you bootleg the Passion. And I was like, we're going to leave Jesus alone.
He gonna take those chances.
On Jimmy Kimmel, you know, he had some people, you know, he was the guy that played the king. He had some people, you know, they come up and they was talking about it, you know, behind the screen. He was behind the curtain. And one guy come and said, yeah, man, I watched that song on 3 times. Then the next time I watched it was bootleg. he come out there and say, you bootlegging my movie?
I mean, YouTube is bootlegging music, if you know what I mean. They're making billions of dollars off of an artist's intellectual property, and then they want to give you 0.5 cent, royalty. I'm like, really? So, but it'll be interesting to see how the lawsuit comes out with Spotify. They have made some changes, but still.
Yeah, I hadn't heard more on that. I was kind of wondering. What that was.
I haven't either. I mean, I signed up. I gave my name. We might get $1 in the class.
We might.
But yeah, I just want, like I said, I want to see it in 3D. You saw it already, Gary?
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't see it in 3D, so I'm gonna go back and see it in 3D. That's
nice.
Yeah. It'd be a shame. It'd be a shame if they don't get Academy Award for that.
Oh yeah, because that was just too good. It was just the way it was laid out, the way all the screen. I mean how they did this. Yeah, I mean it was just nice.
Look here, when I went last Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm talking about the theater was full of folk, and it was most of the Caucasian persuasion.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You always has to bring it up.
It was full, and I said to myself, now you got all these folks in there. I figured a lot of blacks would be in there, but it wasn't. It was several guys in there was from Africa and their family and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it depends on the demographics of the area where where the theater was at, because like I said, that movie attracts everybody. It's not a it's not just a black movie. Nobody not like that, And,
I don't call it a black movie. I call it a movie with black actors.
Yeah, and that's something that everybody can appreciate. It's a shame that you're gonna have some that are not gonna go see it because of that fact. They're thinking.
I know.
But
hey,
the other one's missing out.
Yeah,
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it make me no different. Shoot, we men's color got in there. We sitting in the chairs, the recline back, boy, and your feet all up in there, boy. I'm telling you, I done got really relaxed.
Oh, shucky.
Yeah. Stella said, Stella, how you like it? So I like it, but it's just too long. It's 2.5 hours long.
Oh, that's not long.
You can laugh again. Hold on. And all shucky. Okay.
That was the country version. That was the country version.
That's Oklahoma version of it.
Yeah. Even though it's already country, but
you added even more country.
Yeah.
But I remember my husband when Black Panther came, not just Black Panther, a lot, like Avengers and all those movies. I thought they were new. He said, "Oh no, those are comic book characters from back in the 50s and 60s."
Yeah.
Yeah, 50s and 60s. And he was very much, those people who followed comic books know about it. I had no clue that I didn't know who Black Panther was. I'm sorry, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what Wakanda was? I just didn't know, but my husband knew all about that, and of course I learned through him. And I've seen a few okay.
You're the church scary that you were missing.
I knew it. That's funny.
But when I watched them, I could care who the color of the people were. I was having fun. I thought they were great. But it took my husband to help me understand what was going on. I think I said this last week. I'm sorry if I'm being redundant. But I only knew was Superman and Batman. That's all I knew.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only thing that came out at that point. Was just more DC Comics, and they didn't do anything much with Marvel characters until late.
Okay.
Yeah, because they started kind of like slowly in the 90s. They started coming up with some of them. Because I know, because they had like another version of Captain America with some other actor. And now that they actually revamped it, they have the new, with Chris Evans, that he is now, they're focusing on him to be the Captain America throughout all the Marvel
Okay.
Movies.
Oh, and Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I knew of Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, because he went to cartoon. Yeah, first. So
just like who's and you know, but I love the part. What was the man with that has nails? Not nails, but like nails, not fingernails, coming out of his hands.
Oh,
what, the blades?
No, you're talking about
Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine.
The one that has the blades coming out through his knuckles.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Wolverine.
That's Wolverine from X-Men. Yeah.
And like several of them together. I really love that movie, and I can't remember the name of it. I think Halle Berry was Storm in that particular one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Storm in that one.
Yeah.
And I love that one. I thought that
X-Men.
was
Yeah, that was from the X-Men.
That's it, X-Men. Thank you.
I can't think of the guy's name that do the Marvel, the producer, whatever his name is. He's always showing up in a.
Stan Lee. He's the one that created Marvel stuff.
What's his name?
Stan Lee.
Dan Lee.
Stan. Yes, Stan, and then Lee.
Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. Yes, Stan.
He always do a little cameo in there.
Little cameos on all the Marvel ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
On Iron Man, on Captain America, on Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers. Yeah, the Hulk. Yeah, everything.
That's cool.
I know that there's a DC group, fan group out there that said that they were going to sabotage Black Panther before it was released. And well, good luck with that. The director said, and he wasn't worried. And the proof is in the pudding now, because they've broken every record from the first week into the second weekend.
Oh yeah.
So I think if they don't win an award,
something's wrong.
and there's an Oscar in there somewhere, that's going to be a serious backlash.
Yeah, something's going to be wrong.
Because it has proven, and it crossed all barriers. It wasn't one group of people.
Yeah, and they started filming. I mean, showing the film overseas before they came to the States.
Really?
They did London and all the places all over there. Yeah, I mean, that's where they started out, and they were getting big response over there. And then, like I said, once it finally hit the States, then you know.
Yeah, I know Mark said, remember, box office doesn't mean Oscar. I know that, but by the same token, they better recognize, because I mean, this movie had all the elements of the movies that have won Oscars in the past, and then some. Does that make sense? See what I mean? It's not usually Oscar-winning movies aren't, with all due respect, satire, comical, slapstick type stuff. It's all drama, and it means something. Well, this movie had all that. Plus, like we said earlier, great graphics. The storyline kept you going. It was predictable and not predictable. Okay, you knew when he died, the main character is like, how are they gonna bring him back?
Yeah. And
the way they brought him back was very unpredictable. And I thought that added to the show as well. So I like that.
Oh yeah, you're right about that, Mark. He said, I hear you, but remember who's running the Oscars.
Also, I hope that they understand who is paying money at the theaters. They don't want that kind of backlash. It would be wrong. It would be, yeah. Thank you.
Of a backlash, you believe it?
Yeah, it'd be sad. Yeah.
Was it last year when the movie got Best Movie? They announced the wrong one? You remember that?
No, because I
sit them down. I guess mistakes can be made, right?
But you know something? You just think they had went all over in Africa and done a lot of research on the people over there. And you know, now what was the country it was called?
Wakanda.
Wakanda. Actually, it was in Rwanda. The country in Africa was Rwanda, and they've just stuck Wakanda on there.
Because it's a made-up place. That's why.
Well, yeah, but
based off of a real place, but
him.
Right.
Yes, folks, he is eating. Just as an FYI. If you can hear it in his voice, that he's still kind of chewing and talking.
Well,
I don't know what he's eating because I just know he's chewing on something.
Well, one thing I know, I'm happy that
brownies is good.
Brownies. I'm sorry, Joyce. What?
It's all right. I'm happy that we had something positive going on because the news has been riddled with a lot of bad news.
Yeah.
From Florida, and then even I think yesterday, forget what state that was in. It was in Michigan. It was in Michigan, and the parents were picking up their kids for spring break, right? And a young man named James Davis, his mother and father, he killed his mother and father in the dorm room and ran.
Whoa!
Wow!
Whoa!
It took the rest of the day. It's in University, Central Michigan, and that happened yesterday. And of course, you don't know what was on his mind. What was that all about? And these are things that, I can't fathom that.
Yeah.
It's just, something is just,
something ain't right. Yeah.
How are you going to kill? I mean, did he have a gun? I didn't see
He got his dad's gun out of his car.
Dang. Well, did they go up there, drop him off to school, and then he kills him up there?
They were picking him up.
Picking him up. Oh, wow. That's messed up.
Now that's the devil, and that's not. I'm not saying it to be funny either, because something is wrong. And so you said, Mac, you saw where he used his father's gun that was in his car.
Right.
I wonder if he took what's the that drug you were talking about?
Yeah.
I thought about that when you were talking about it made somebody crazy.
Wow.
And I thought about it when you said that, and I saw because what was in him,
you could made him do that.
To go that extreme, yeah. That's pretty extreme.
That's not natural. That's not. I don't care if you believe in God or not. That is not indicative of common human behavior. We don't kill our parents and we don't kill our children. So I think about 10 plus years ago when the woman in Houston killed her 5 children, drowned them in the tub. I said, y'all can put her in jail all you want to, but I said, what's wrong with this lady? Now, if you kill somebody else trying to get their kids, I totally understand it. But so these are mindsets, y'all, that it's mind-boggling to me. I don't understand how a 19 years old can go into school and say, I'm just going to kill 17 people.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I hear about all this warning. Supposedly it was there's a bunch of red flags supposedly before all this happened. But nobody just kind of ignored it. I guess I don't. It's weird.
That some laws have been changed under the current administration in terms of gun protection that they may not have reacted. So it's hard to know right now. Everything's so strange. You're pointing, the president said that the FBI was so focused on me, they dropped the ball. But on the other saying, no, you changed some regulations in terms of gun control. And there were the parents of the deceased child that said, no. But I found out that the police officer, he ran outside.
Yeah. Yeah, they said it was more than one because they had the first one that they stayed outside that didn't try to go in, and then there was two other officers that were on the premises as well. None of them went in to investigate it. They all stayed out.
Hell, they was scared.
I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what they're trained to do. I understand.
Like I said, if they running through there, because he's going from place to place in there, they should have went in that building and and kind of seeked it out to find out what's going on. They stayed outside, period.
Yeah, they just stayed out. They didn't go in.
they didn't even go in. Period. That ain't what it's all about.
That's what you are trained to do. Not for where you or I. Yeah, I would say I don't have a gun. I hear gunfire, but you have guns. You have guns.
They got guns. They had the guns, but they were scared to go in the building. They afraid they was gonna get shot. You know, that's that. You know, that ain't what I perceive. This is what I feel between the lines when they was talking about it.
And you know, that was a fear to them of not knowing who else was in there. They probably was thinking it was but like I said, they're supposed to be trained to deal with that kind of stuff. But they didn't. But they didn't.
At least you would think they were.
Yeah. And they was like said, like Mark said, they were scared. They
were scared.
They didn't go in.
They were scared.
This officer in the line of fire is scared. You talk to them, and you know there were a few police officers in my family, and one he had to kill somebody in a drug bust. And even though he did what he was supposed to do, they let him have a couple of days off so he could deal with it.
Yeah.
Yes,
especially if that was the first time you actually kill somebody. Yeah, you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You have to deal with that. So yeah, it's hard. But somehow
that's why that one officer, they's gonna get rid of him. His butt turned around and retired on him.
Yeah, he resigned.
he resigned.
Yeah.
They was gonna fire him, but he went on there and put his paperwork in to retire. Now you tell me, boy, they wasn't no but a bunch of punks. They were scared to death.
Yeah.
They were scared.
I didn't know there were 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that came out like after that first guy got, you know, when they found out that he didn't do it, and then 2 days went by, and then they found out about the other 2.
About the other 2.
Yeah.
Don't they have radio contact some kind of way? Didn't they have?
You would think, yeah, they have to have access to that. So I don't know. Maybe that's what they end up doing. Maybe they went and called and stuff, but they, like I said, they didn't go in to. I don't know. I don't know the real story.
Well, I don't know this neighborhood, but if it's a neighborhood where crime never happens, sometimes they feel like we don't have to worry about that. Do you know what I mean? And everybody's guard was down. We don't have to have a plan. We don't have to have training. And I can see that happening. And maybe they just never thought, well, we don't have to worry about having radio contact. We don't have to worry about that. There's nothing's going to happen. And everybody's in shock. So, yes, they were scared and probably in shock and never fathomed something like that would ever happen in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
But safe neighborhood, y'all. I don't care where you live.
Yeah, you can happen anywhere. You're right. It sure can. And then they talking about wanting to arm the teachers and all this stuff, you know.
What is that going
to? The teacher, you know, that ain't gonna help nothing.
Yeah, they ain't gonna help nothing because they gonna be scared. They gonna be scared to use them guns too. Yeah, and they're not used to that kind of junk.
Right, and like I said, that's
unless they're private military or something, which they're not afraid. But them teaching, they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know.
No, let me tell you something. If I'm a teacher, and somebody come in there with a gun, and I got one on my desk, I will use it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. Oh, no doubt about that. It's true. If I got one and they coming in there,
well, if you got one, you use it. But you know some of them, boy, I tell you, although they may have that gun on them, they probably be too scared to even pull the trigger, just trembling.
And like you said, if they was to do something like that, the only way the teacher would have a chance if they was armed with the gun the whole time. Because if it's put up, locked somewhere or whatever, put in the they ain't gonna be. Yeah, how you gonna? You know, it's too. It don't make no sense.
Right. I'm assuming they had guns because the officers at my son's school, there were 2 officers. When my daughter was there was 1, and they added 1 before my son graduated. They have full uniform, guns, and stick and everything. So I've never seen them without their guns. So I'm assuming it's like that.
Yeah. And what I was thinking, I was like, well, why don't, you know, these schools, or they pay the money to have a just like you go,
security.
Like security. Like you go to the airport, you know, you got to go through some shit. Excuse my language. You got to go through some stuff.
Ray Jr.
You got to go. You got to go.
Oh my God, Gary did the
My man.
We should have.
But you gotta go. But I'm serious. Seriously, you gotta go through some stuff to get through. You know what I'm saying? They check you and they do the detecting and all that stuff, and you know, I mean, it'd be a hassle. But I mean, if it's this is the world we live in now, and you know what I'm saying, they need to do. I've seen like that would be the more.
And the courthouse too.
Yeah,
you can't
They got them in the courthouse. They got them at the
like at all the checkpoints, all the
they got them at the airport.
Right. So you know,
I go to the VA.
Right.
Waco, they got them up in there. At the Regional, they got them there, and the guards.
Yeah. So I don't see why they
just the other day
for the schools to put them at all the checkpoints where people can get into the building, and then that's what they have to do. They just have to go through it because I mean, that's the only way to me that makes any sense that would, you know, keep people from just barging into the school with a gun and start taking people out.
Look at the kid over in Dallas or somewhere last week had a gun in his backpack. Then the other day out to the school here where Tyree go to school at, kid coming there had a gun.
See,
and stuff like that. That's the second time.
Right.
You know,
I mean, if it's that easy,
so
that's why I said they need to check in place and get some security dedicated to that's what their job. You're supposed to be here 24/7. This is what you take care of this end. The other one take care of the other end or whatever.
Yes.
You know.
No entrance left. And it may cost more, but hey, but you know, Mark made a point in there. Police officers are not supposed to go into gunfire until backup arrives.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell.
And Mark had posted that as well in the chat.
Hell, they had 3 of them now.
3 times.
3 of them. That's backup. That's backup within itself.
I see. That's why I'm saying that a lot of little details. I didn't even know there were 2 other officers. Did they have radios? Did they have guns on? Each one have guns on them.
Yes.
Right. And if they had cars there, usually there's another rifle in their car, right? And the one outside could have gotten a rifle. I don't know. We can think about all this now, but again,
it was just a bunch of punks. They were scared.
But, you know, they felt like they weren't in the hood, if you will, and they wouldn't have to worry about that there. But now we have 17 people that I think that should have never died.
But you know something? The thing is, when there's always some kind of gun violence, like you said, you know, it wasn't in the hood. This is people that's, you know, prominent schools, people that family got money and stuff like that, you know, as you know. But here come these brats in the school with the guns.
There's no.
And it ain't in the hoods; it's in the suburb. It's just like this. Okay, then they sitting back fighting for the opiates, you know, the pills and stuff like that in their neighborhood. But cocaine, marijuana, it was, you know, it was always in our neighborhood, but. They put money over in their neighborhood because of the pills and stuff.
Well. It's the
They put money everywhere else. They ain't putting it in your neighborhood, I guarantee you.
Well, they are. I'm in the suburbs.
The suburbs. But what I'm saying, they're not putting no money into the inner city, Joyce, period. They're putting it out there in the suburb where all the, quote, quote, the prominent people live. That's got some money because them brats is doing drugs, heroin, pills, and doing it all.
Of course.
And they ain't getting no time for it. No time. What they get, oh, well, we need to send them to rehab. Hell, they need to be in jail just like our brothers and sisters.
I know rehab. That's jail.
Damn rehab.
Because that was calculated, planned. You know what I mean? I mean, what are you gonna do? But like Gary said, just like the airport and the courthouse, of course, we need to have better security and having someone at the door watching. I mean, and I'm not opposed to teachers having a gun, but they need to be trained and You know, taken to a school. Don't just you know what I mean?
Didn't they have a teacher the other day that had a gun? The thing about the gun in the school somewhere in Texas.
Wait, what did you say?
Well, no, I was just gonna say the thing about the teachers having access to gun. Like I said, if it was some stuff to go down, and then they get into a shootout, and they might end up shooting the damn kid.
That's right.
You know, not on purpose, but just trying to, you know.
Right. Friendly gunfire, as they call it.
Yeah. Wasn't it on the news the other day that this teacher, it was here in Dallas, I believe it was, went to school, had a gun, and was in the class and started shooting the gun?
For what?
That was some teacher.
What was he shooting?
Oh, wait a minute, I did hear that
Mark
yesterday.
said it was in Georgia.
It was someone, he was in the class and he started shooting it. In the classroom or something.
For what though?
Trying to protest something about the teachers either having a gun or not getting one. I don't know. It was something to do with that, I heard. I just heard a little brief.
Find a better way than doing that and shooting a gun. And if my child was in your class, I would make sure you'd be fired. You need to find a safer way to
They locked him up.
I'm sure.
They locked him up.
They got to lock
him up. Shooting the gun.
You hear me? Lock him up before the parents get a hold of him. If I find out you shot a gun in a class when my child was in there, you're crazy. Come on now. I understand your concern, but you have to find a better way of doing it. You put a lot of lives in jeopardy.
Oh, Mark said it went off by accident.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Supposedly went off by accident.
Well.
I know they locked his butt up.
So he didn't have permission for the gun, to have the gun on the premises.
Yeah, I guess.
Went off by accident. Okay.
See.
Oh, by the way, somebody said, oh, was that Mark? He said, you live in the boonies, Ray.
I was laughing before.
Trying to say, I'm in the suburbs, or you're in the boonies. You don't have a neighbor for 5 miles, dude. That's not the suburbs.
The boonies.
The boonies.
Oh, yeah. Well, Chris, I know you want to say something right now. I always wait for you to say, how about some music?
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah, let's do that right.
Here's some working music.
Do that before our time gets away from us.
Okay.
So we're gonna get back into it, and then before we close out, we will make one more stop. So.
One more stop before the track. Before we derail again.
You dropped the S-bomb. Oh.
I know. I can't believe I did it.
I was like, what? On the air? Gee.
I know
it. We know Mac, but it was like, whoa. That flew mess with you.
What were we talking about? I forgot.
About the security at the airport. You have to go through.
Well, see,
Did you mention anything about Bill Cosby's daughter dying?
Not yet. We didn't get to it, but remember it and mention it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna get back into it. We'll be right back. So y'all keep it locked right here.
Oh, we're still on the air.
Yes. Until G says, okay, we're off.
Oh, yeah.
thinking of you and all I want. Got you in my head, want you in my bed, doing everything you say, baby, yeah. And I remember everything you like. Dinner by the fireplace, candlelight. And I just wanna make sure tonight is just right. Lit, the mood is right. Favorite dish cooked just right, just right. Got your favorite song, that's the wrong one, won't be on for long. No, no, no. And when we touch, when we're touching, more than I can take, and you love me more than anyone has ever loved me. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that I could be more of what you need. You live deep inside my heart, and you touch me more than anyone has ever touched me. And I'm sighing and I'm denying that you are more than I could ever see. You are more than all my dreams. You're more than my imagination. And the more that I see you, the more, you're more, you are more, you're more, you're more. Ooh. You live deep inside my soul,
rise up higher. Free Africa.
I can't seem to find you anywhere. Maybe you don't exist, I don't know. Written on my lips, it's you I can't resist. Losing time, search my mind, standing alone, a shadow follow. You follow me, mere mystique, show you me. This is you beside me. I love you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and whew, boy, what are we?
Promise we'd be back.
Yeah, we're back. We back.
Like silence. Thank you.
Okay, you just got through here, Michael, Kia Michaels, with "I Love You," and then You heard Soul Stabilization by Matthew Shell. Ready to Fly by Yvonne J. and Homer T. Williams. More by Brigitte Rideau. Let's see, Tonight featuring Tamika Dunning and The Saint. And then that was it. That was what we just got to playing. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed all the other music we played earlier today. And then, of course, our crazy selves.
I don't know, maybe we should have been on the air. There was some good conversation.
Yeah. You're right.
About Facebook and blocking calls. And another thing we were talking about, I told a Facebook friend he would inbox like 50 people. And what happens after 10 people respond, you have to scroll way back to see a message. So there were a couple of people that were just upset, get me out of this. People get really angry. Yeah. So I just suggested to them, I said, create a Facebook page and or a group and engage people that way. And when you want them to come out to an event, send them an event announcement. That's less, but I told them it only takes one person to report you for Facebook to ban you from inbox messages.
Yeah.
All spamming. And it makes people angry. So that's something you don't want to use. And I think he does it every week. And I think he means well. I know he means well. But sometimes somebody, we figured it out because I've been using Facebook for a long time. So I figured out there's some things, okay, that doesn't work. Or, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was no one trying to be mean. And even like another guy, he said, well, I use Facebook for business. I don't have time for that other stuff. So I let him know, I said, it's a social network and you need to maintain a balance. And you do, even though, I'm about music, I still post stuff about my social life. It's a social network.
Yeah.
And George, are you friends on this other network, or what is it, Audible or something?
Audible?
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it right offhand. Starts with A.
Alignable.
Yeah. I couldn't think of it. I knew it started with it. I couldn't think of it.
I had never even heard Alignable.
If somebody invited me, it's a network of business owners to network, recommend each other and meet each other. And what it does is try to focus on the business in your neighborhood.
Right.
Okay.
Area.
You doesn't have to be in your neighborhood, but because I'm friends with people with businesses in other areas, states as well. But it's I filled up my profile and everything. I've met a few people through it, but it's not as productive as Facebook, but it is relatively new.
Hey, I was wondering, because I don't ever use it or even go over there hardly at all ever, and I feel like I need to, because it's another medium. Yeah, another medium. So, what about? Do y'all have any experience with LinkedIn?
I do. It's a little bit to develop that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do post the promo for the show on there. I started doing that like a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay. Because I have an account and it's fully filled out, my profile and all that. Because I went over it because I kept telling myself I'm gonna be more active over there, but I never do.
Yeah.
It's just it takes a lot of time, to keep up on all the social medias. I mean, it's enough to where, like I said, I started doing posting on LinkedIn as far as like when we do the promos. And I still do it on Google Plus and obviously on Facebook and all the pages, the group pages that I belong to.
Yeah.
But aside from that, that's because it's just difficult to get into everything and then really focus on one. Because then you drop the other ones. You kind of let them go. So I'm like, I need someone to be able to do that with me or something, just to kind of keep that one going and be more active.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. And I'm just laughing because Mark, that's the reason probably why I ain't ignoring you, man. It's just I don't never go over to LinkedIn at all.
Treating me like Ray.
But LinkedIn is a different personality, if you will, than Facebook. It's more about finding a job,
working.
Oh, okay.
Business professionals, as opposed to Facebook caters to more social every level. And I don't get, when I post, I don't get nearly the response I do as on Facebook. But granted, I've been developing Facebook for years. So
Facebook is, I don't know, it's just, you getting people that you've been friends with. Then all of a sudden, you get a friend request from them again. It don't make sense to me.
Well, I remember we talked about it. That happened to me, and I'll say it on the air where Nancy signs. Not until another saxophone player and I shipped something to her and said Merry Christmas, she inboxed me saying thank you, and that's when she told me we weren't friends anymore. I'm like, I didn't know. And it was so unreal to me. I clicked on her profile and saw we weren't friends. I did not unfriend Nancy at all. I did not unfriend her. And as we said earlier, it's not like you can make a mistake and press the wrong button. So there is something going on, and we'll never know. I mean, remember you guys, I told you I did a family-friendly Christmas video saying Merry Christmas to everybody.
Oh, yeah, and they took
it off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I read their guidelines. I didn't break any of their guidelines. And someone explained to me that one person reported you. And I said, well, if I get reported, they shouldn't take it off until they look at it. You don't report, take it off, but they put it back on. I went to I didn't know Facebook had a Facebook page. Their Facebook page, and I just said, listen, there is nothing offensive in my video, and I'm trying to figure out why'd you take it off. All right, and they never responded. They just put it back. I guess it was response enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some weird things going on. I know we're about to end, but Mac, you wanted to bring up something about Bill Cosby's daughter.
Yeah, I just happened to see it that she had passed at the age of 44, but and I forgot where I saw it, and I just remember that.
Really?
But he didn't have but those two kids.
Okay.
I don't remember his daughter. Just remember his son, and he died several years ago. He was killed.
He was still a kid, basically a teenager.
Right.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, he didn't have but those. I can't think of the boy's name and the girl. I think the girl was old.
Yeah,
Enos.
Enos. Yeah.
I didn't know the daughter's name.
Yeah.
Enza. ENSA.
You're right.
I just looked it up. That's close enough, Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, but she just passed. What?
A day or two? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
It's like here, they said she died before getting a kidney transplant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a shame.
That's so hard. Like, this man's going through a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I see they put a show back on A&E or something.
Oh, they did?
The talk show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they put it back?
Oh, yeah, it's back. Yeah, I saw that.
They've left Bill Cosby alone since all the other guys have been accused, from Weinstein and I forget all their names.
And all the other ones after. Yeah.
You notice that you don't hear anything about Bill Cosby? What's up with that? What do you think?
But you don't hear nothing about Weinstein. You don't hear anything about Matt Lowry. And
Lauer,
whatever. I know it's Matt.
You made him sound like one of those companies that sell spices.
Thing is that you kept hearing about one after another being accused. Yeah. But during that process, Bill Cosby went away. So I'm just wondering why.
Season salt.
Well, no, he ain't went away. He's going to court. But I tell you that other whoremonger they really need to do something about. What is this? Trump.
YJ, yes.
Ryan Seacrest.
And,
yeah.
See, she's getting ready to spill the beans that they weren't gonna give her the rest of that, give her some more money.
Who? Sorry.
The girl that Trump was all hugged up with, the porno star, the porno star.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Look, that's no shocking news for him.
Right.
Well, you just got to remember, there's a lot of them whoremongers out there, boy. I'm talking about the goddamn power.
Joyce, go ahead and say it.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan, so many of them, and I can't remember the producer where he was a child at the time. He said that he was molested by this producer, and I can't remember the young actor's name anymore. I saw
Corey.
Huh? That's it. You're right. Corey. And because I remember he said they were coming to interview me about Michael Jackson. I'm like, Michael Jackson? No, it's this guy. Michael Jackson never touched me. And they never went after the real culprit.
Right.
And here he is, 10 years later, telling his story, still trying to get justice for what happened to him.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't touch this man.
You know, it's just crazy, you know.
Like, great, not culprit. He said corporate. Remember?
Who's that? Me?
Yeah, you.
Corporate.
You're calling Keith a corporate.
What was that? I think it was just a month or so ago. One of those priests from the Catholic Church passed away, and he was one of them whoremongers.
Oh, he was the one that was being quiet about it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then when all the other priests was doing all that stuff to them boys.
See, I don't know why some of these people aren't dead.
I know, it's crazy.
Children like that. No,
See, that's what I didn't like when that was going down, when the Catholic priests was doing that stuff, and then they was covering it up and stuff. That was making me mad, boy.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Gary was getting ready to go. I'll get on them too.
Oh man, I was hot about that.
I've been right behind them, because the thing is that instead of dealing with the issue, they send them to another church where they just mess with other kids. Even in the school district where I am, there was a teacher who molested little kids, and when the parents complained, they sent them to another school.
That's crazy.
Oh my God!
Molested kids there.
Yeah, like that's gonna do something.
What is?
You know, you just look at all those gymnastics females that they gave that man so much time, boy.
You got that.
They gave him a whole bunch of time.
Over 200 girls.
Okay, now where did this happen, and who was it?
The trainer for like those gym the U.S. Gym Olympic girls. That I'm trying to remember where was he from? I forgot
where he's from, but anyway, they was up in Michigan.
Was it in Michigan? Yeah, he was real like well-known coach for the Olympic gymnastic team, and supposedly all them girls started coming out, you know, telling their story and stuff, and it got back to, and then finally they got it. But yeah, it was crazy, and he was old too, because he'd been doing it for a while.
Turn the blind.
Was he the one that coached Nadia Comaneci?
No.
What?
Nadia, no. That was that other girl, Bella something.
That's who it was. That's what I'm talking about.
No. His name wasn't Bella. He was out at the University of Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he was like actual American, not.
He was the doctor. Put it that way.
Oh, the doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
You said it was a coach, so I'm like, okay.
Doctor. And he was doing a lot of stuff, you know, examining and stuff like that, doing his thing. That's the way he was getting away undercover. The parents didn't pick up on it because the parents didn't ever pick up.
Again, Joyce?
Yes, and molested gymnast blast coach who sent them to Larry Nasser, NASAR.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I think the dean or the president of the school or somebody, when all that come out, they just watched it. They knew what was happening. So
they started resigning, Gris. They started resigning because they were in trouble. And my thing is that how do you turn a blind eye when you know this man?
They're doing that to children.
Yeah.
See, they would have to fire me because I tell. Don't hire me. Don't have Joyce Spencer around if I see you molesting a child. You know,
you're done.
Just like that old coach. What's that? Remember that that college coach? Or I think it was a college coach. Or I forgot his dang name now. They got him. Remember they finally got because he had that boy in the shower and they kept going in there.
Oh, you talking about that Penn State?
Yeah, that Dunsky or something.
Yeah, Sandusky.
Sandusky, yes.
Yeah.
Ignoring
and the other died in prison.
Oh, really?
No, what is his name? Joe Patella or Joe something. He died in prison.
Okay. Dang.
Gee, did you see what Mark put in the chat?
Let me see.
But wait, read the whole thing.
Oh, wait. I gotta go back. I got. How far do I need to go back? Let me see.
Well, you see, there's 2 from Henry, and then there's YJ, and then Mark.
Okay. After season salt.
No, yeah, it's after season salt. Yeah. Bye, Henry. Have a good one.
Ray,
bye,
talk
Henry.
to you. That word.
Yeah, it's the end of the show anyway, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's time for us to sign off.
It's Paterno. That's what he said. Henry said Paterno.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. I couldn't think. I knew it was something.
Did you see it, G?
Yes. I think, yeah.
You would, Mark.
I see it.
What did Mark say?
Well, read it. I'm not going to read this on the air. I don't want to say it.
It's in the chat.
This is in the chat.
Sued.
Okay. I'll let y'all read it.
We're going to wrap it up anyway.
Yeah.
I got to get ready for a show.
Yeah, and I'm hungry.
And I'm hungry.
As a wild animal.
Time to cook.
Right.
I know, right?
Okay,
I'm getting there.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this week. Glad y'all could tune in and hang out with us today. And I hope you enjoyed the music and the conversation. And we'll be back next week, of course. So y'all have a great weekend. And to my co-host.
Hey, guys. I had a great time today. I thought the conversations were a lot of fun. So to my peeps in the house, really enjoyed you guys. And the peeps in the chat line, thank you, and all the other listeners. I have a show in Beaumont, Texas next Saturday, so I don't know. I might do a Ray MAC. I may come. I might slide on in a little late. And there's good connections, but if you know anybody in Beaumont, Texas, tell them to come see the show at Jazz and Jokes Club. Yeah. You can find out more about it on JoyceSpencerMusic.com. Love you guys. See you next time.
Get them, Joyce. I wish I could come down there.
Well, I'm kind of glad y'all missed me and everything, you know, for the hour or so, you know. Mark had to call me and said,
he was
you being on the show. What you doing? I said, I'm working, baby.
I don't know how you said that, but anyway.
But said Mark did a sky. Mark did a sky on him. He said, "Call me if you need someone to talk to."
Who's that? Mark said that. I ain't looking at.
All right. Hi, Gina. Thank you. All right.
I'm glad somebody missed me in there.
All right, Chris. Let's hurry up.
I'm through, Grizz. Go ahead.
I'm through.
Oh, I want to say this. Our good friend, she had to get a kidney didn't she?
Who?
Joy. I mean, Jordan.
George Clemens?
Yeah.
Did she get it?
I don't think she got it, but I know she's on dialysis or something like that.
I don't know about that.
Something like that.
No.
Yeah,
So don't keep in prayer.
Yeah, so keep our friend Joyce Clemens in your thoughts and prayers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I happened to catch one of them. So one of the postings she said about that she had been having some issues with that.
Yeah, because they put the wrong medication or something like that.
Probably messed up kidneys, yeah.
Yeah. You got to watch the doctors.
Okay. All right, Grizz.
All right. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Our listeners, our gang room, the chat in the gang, and the gang room. With Mark there in the gang room.
What's up?
Throw your signs up.
You know what I mean? No.
Oh man.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks guys for keeping us entertained and for sticking around. We appreciate that. Please join us next week. Don't forget to invite a friend. And also, again, another reminder for those that are in the Beaumont area, Houston, don't forget to check out our sister Joyce next week at Jack Jokes.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Peace.
I missed
See
that.
you next week.
Ciao.
Can I tell different lines from the color of skin? Naivety can shine bright as the sun, and a precious little baby having fun, and a mommy flying higher than a dove, overdosed on unconditional love, and a daddy walking proud for the first time. Whenever he holds his baby, she stops crying. That's unconditional. That's unconditional. Flying higher than a dove, overdosed on unconditional love, and a daddy walking proud for the first time. Whenever he holds his baby, she stops crying, and a mommy flying high